Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead, and it's time for dinner. I've got some noodles over there boiling. It's the spiral ones. They're different colors. I am going off a recipe but not using it, but that's the one I'll post. You guys do you, I'm doing me. And I don't normally do this at the beginning of the video. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. My views and everything is down right now, so I could use a little bit of help. So while that's boiling, I'm going to do the one thing that I need to prep for it. So I'm going to cut up an onion. It's my last white onion. How sad is that? And it's back to regular onions again. I do have a bunch of frozen onions, but I use that more for cooking. You know, if I'm doing a soup or something like that. And that's something else I was going to ask you guys. Are you guys in the mood for another soup week soon? Let me know in the comments if you are. Because I know it's getting that time of year where everybody likes soups. So if you guys are in the mood for them, maybe I can put together some good soups that we can use for winter time. Or fall. Some people like soup all the time. I didn't used to be a very big soup person, but actually, the more of them that I make of my own, I do like them. I just don't like the canned ones. They're kind of just nasty. So I'm going to cut these into small chunks. And tonight I'm going to be using that bulk sausage that I bought. And I'm going to use the bulk pepperoni that I bought. So those are going to get used today. I'm trying to use some of the stuff that I get from up at the stores, that, you know, the Amish stores. So I'm trying to use some of that stuff up too. I mean, some of it will take forever because they were big packages. Now this one onion's not going to go for one recipe. I'm actually going to make something else tonight too. And that'll go in that. So I'm only going to use about a half of the onion on this dish. Well, that was pretty quick and painless, wasn't it? Alrighty. My knife all cleaned up. So my noodles should be done in a few minutes. And when they're done, I'll be back and we're going to get busy on making this dinner. It's going to be good. Sorry for shaking you around. Maybe I should have used a spaghetti. It doesn't make much. That's okay. We'll make it work. Alright. So I'm going to make a pasta pizza. So I'm going to use, like I said, about half of those onions. And then we got that pepperoni from the Amish store. I hope you guys can't hear the police helicopter, but every once in a while they turn on the police sirens too, so must be they're looking for somebody in our area, I guess. Don't get it too much, but maybe there was a shooting or something. I do live in the capital city, so stuff like that happens. I don't like that it does, but it does happen. And I'm not going off of anything. I think it said to use 20 or something like that, but I'm going to do what I think feels right. Especially not having as much pasta as I thought I would have. Maybe a couple more pieces. This is what I like about buying all that in bulk. You know, I can take out as much as I want, as little as I want, whatever. I do know I got to bake some more bacon, because that's about it. And I'm going to use about half of that bacon that I had in there. And then, this is that pre-made pizza sausage. That I'm going to use for breakfast and other stuff too. I'm going to do about a half a bag of that. And then we're going to use some marinara sauce. In the recipe it says to use marinara and pizza sauce. But a lot of times I use the marinara for pizza sauce, so I didn't see a point in duplicating that. And I'm not going to do that. I just thought it looked like a good recipe to base something off of. And I was going to follow it to a T, and then I decided, well, no, we're not doing that. So I'm making it what I want to. And if I need a little bit more sauce, I have some left over in the refrigerator. But I figured this would probably take, you know, close to the whole thing, so. Alrighty. So I've got that mixed together. Now I'm going to bring over my greased 9x13 pan. And you can put whatever you want in it. This one is considered a meat lover's. I got a piece of hair that keeps going on my nose. Sorry, guys. Alright. So I'm going to dump that in the pan. Tell you what, if nothing else, it smells really good. And I could have cooked the onions like it said, but I thought maybe it would taste better if, you know, you have just a little bit of crunch there. I thought that would be pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take well, I wanted to pour that on top, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. And kind of rub that in on the top. Yeah, I didn't even print off the directions because I thought, you know what, you're just going to do this on your own anyway. So I'm just going to put a little bit of cheese, not a whole bunch, because we're going to put more on top in a minute. Alright, and then I'm going to add a few more of those pieces of pepperoni to it on top. We don't need a whole lot because we've already put pepperoni inside of our casserole. And then once I open up that baggie, I'll just put it in a little bag and keep it in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to put the rest of that bacon on there. This is going to be delightful, you guys. I can just tell. And then I'm going to put the rest of that sausage on top. Matter of fact, I'll just put the rest of the pepperoni in that bag. Just like that, and put it back in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to take and put more cheese on top now. Because you got to have a cheesy pizza. Now I can use all my own ground cheese because I've used all this one up. Now this one's going to go in the oven for, I would say, probably 30 minutes. So let me clean up this mess, and then I'm going to make something on the side that sounded really, really good. Alright, so I was going through Pinterest, and this recipe popped up, and you guys know we love cottage cheese, and I thought, ooh, I am going to try that one. So, it's called Grandma's Cottage Cheese Salad. I know, sounds gross, right? But I think it's going to be really good. So you're going to use 16 ounces of cottage cheese. And then it says to use a cup, half a cup to a cup of tomatoes. I'm just going to use 1 tomato. And actually today is the first time I've had to order any tomatoes because I got tomatoed out. And I didn't have any of my fresh, because the garden is gone now. So I'm just going to use this 1 tomato. I'm going to miss going out and just getting a fresh tomato. But it would happen sooner or later. I mean, I do live in Michigan, so we definitely can't grow tomatoes year-round. Well, I guess you could in the house, but outside anyway. I'm just going to do small dices of that. Then we're going to use that other half of an onion. And earlier today, I chopped up a cucumber, excuse me, for one of my reviews, and it has cucumbers in it. So it says to use a half of a large one, so this is not quite half, but to put it in bite-sized pieces. Whatever we don't use, Tom will use. He's still using taking what he calls slicers every week, as long as they're still below $1 a piece. I said once they get to $1 a piece, then we're done for the season. Let's try maybe just 2 small pieces left. Because why not? Make it a nice full salad. Alright. And then he has some cucumbers he can munch on. And it says salt and pepper to taste. I like when they say that. Salt and pepper to taste. How do you know until you taste it? So I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there. And I actually do like to have pepper on my cottage cheese, so I'm going to use a little bit more of that anyway. I don't think I needed such a big bowl, but I like when you guys can see what I'm doing, so. Alright, let's get all that mixed together. My grandma never made this, but this kind of made me think of my grandma because, you know, back in the day, they would throw all kinds of stuff together to make a meal. So I could have pictured my grandma doing that. And I guess we're back to those days now where, you know, we kind of have to do whatever we can to, you know, put together a meal. If I can get a fork out, we'll be doing great. I tell ya. I like this new tripod because it goes up and down, but I don't like the pod itself because it's like, unless you spread it way out, and it gets wiggly and whatever. I wish they still had my other one. I think I'll put it in a smaller bowl, but take a look at that. Oh, does this smell good too? Alright. Let's try to get something with everything in it. And it'd be a pretty healthy salad too. Mmm. That is definitely good. Look at that. And it's healthy. It's scary, huh? Alright, I'm going to put that in a smaller bowl. Wait for dinner to come out. And by then, Tom should be home. And we'll do us a taste test. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm just wonderful.
There's dinner. I didn't do spaghetti. I decided to do rotini. Get another box out of the cupboard. What do you think?
Delicious.
It's got pepperoni, onions, sausage, and bacon. What do you think, Jack?
It's very good.
Try that salad.
Like a meaty pizza.
Yeah. It's a meat lovers.
Meat lover pizza, yeah.
Yep. There's that grandma. That's not hot.
Why am I blowing that?
I don't know.
I didn't even blow on the toy.
Because it's not that hot anymore. What do you think about that salad?
Oh, good.
It's got cucumbers and tomatoes and onions and cottage cheese in it.
Well,
It says Grandma's cottage cheese salad, but my grandma never made it. But I thought it looked good. All right, so I'm going to let him eat. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Jack.
Bye.